So the topic for today's video is about whether or not acupuncture hurts. As we all know, acupuncture involves the insertion of several small needles at various points throughout the body. And for those of us who have experienced other types of needle insertions, such as a blood draw or an injection at a doctor's office, we know that some of those experiences can be uncomfortable. Typically, if we are getting an injection or if we're getting a blood draw, we're really only experiencing one needle insertion. And so the idea of having several needles inserted in the body during an acupuncture appointment can sound scary or terrifying or just really unpleasant. So I'd like to demystify that for you because the needles used in acupuncture are very, very different than the needles used for blood draws or for injections. With acupuncture needles, the needles are thin, they're solid, and they're inserted shallowly in the body. With injection needles and blood draw needles, those needles are thicker because they need to be hollow, right? When you get your blood drawn, blood is passing through the needle into a bag or a syringe or a vial. And when you're getting an injection, you're getting a liquid, whether it's a medication or vaccine or whatever it may be, injected typically from a syringe through the needle into your body. And so those needles need to be much thicker in order to allow that fluid to pass through. I'll show them to you side by side so that you can see exactly how different they are. This is an injection needle and this is an acupuncture needle. So side by side, they're quite different. Even the handle of the acupuncture needle here is thinner than the shaft of the injection needle. And this acupuncture needle is really thin. It's like just a little bit thicker than a hair on your head. I filled the hollow end with acupuncture needles, and guess how many there are? So there are actually 25 of these needles inside the tip of this injection needle. So you can tell that injection needles and acupuncture needles are very, very different. Now that you've seen the difference between acupuncture needles and injection needles side by side, I hope that it's clearer for you how different each type of needle is, and therefore how different the experience with those needles will be. Obviously, when we're getting an injection, we're very aware of that experience. We know exactly when that injection takes place. With acupuncture needles, you might not actually feel them being inserted at all. So I hope that this was informative for you. I hope it was helpful. Once again, if you have any other questions about acupuncture or traditional East Asian medicine, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll address those topics in a future video. Thanks again.